Hello everyone, it's your favourite unemployed car reviewer guy again, and let's get straight into it. Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid 2026. Yes, there is bird shit on it. I do need to clean that off before they come and pick it up because they won't be very happy I've left it in this state, but ignore the bird shit. It's a good looking car. Before the previous generation, the previous generation was shit. That was a very ugly car, one of the ugliest cars ever in my opinion, but they decided to look at the Model 3 and think, yeah, let's take some of their stuff. Even the wheels are Model 3 like. Very sleek, very low down, and that can be a problem. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, Model 3 like. Lovely little walk around. It's a good looking car. Toyota have done a brilliant job with the styling and designing of this. And now I understand last video was way too long and you lot now have the attention span of a goldfish, so short and snappy, let's get into this. Alloys, I don't like them, not really. But yeah, overall a decent looking car, very nice. Normal door handles, we like those. These door handles, we don't like those, despite them, yeah, they're just awkward and annoying. We want those door handles there, just have a matching pair, and then that'll be a thumbs up from me. Now we go into the car, step in, plenty of room. You do go very low down in this car. It can be an issue for some. Seats are comfy, it's all right. Steering wheel buttons, we don't like them. Digital display, that is a bit too small for me, and if the camera will focus, yeah, it shows it. Just more buttons here and here, electric mirrors and all that, we like that. Rear visibility is good. Turn the car on, all these warning lights and beeps come up. Physical climate control, yes, we like that. The screen is good. Decline, mute, talk sport again. It's responsive, it's good. Menus, there are not a ton of them. Well, there is quite a few, but I haven't even bothered to go into that. Compartments, room, cup holders, you have them. USB-C charging, your 12 volt, hidden compartments, we like that Toyota. I can put my sunglasses there and still put a phone or something there. Wireless charging pad here, I like the design. You slot your phone in sideways and it clicks using magnets and you can power it on using this button. Good. Driving stalk here, not a fan. If it would focus, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, so park and brake, pretty simple to use. Put your foot on the brake, drive, reverse, but they've got it the wrong way around. Why is reverse there when it needs to be there? Drive there, no. Drive mode, simple to use, park and brake. These buttons, I only use these two for auto, and then hold this if you want to charge the battery, but you won't. You charge this overnight, the range isn't brilliant. It's about 50 miles on a full charge of a battery, and then 52 mpg, which is okay. But yeah, you're going to be charging this overnight and it can last for a while if you do. So brilliant, thumbs up. What else do I like about this car? Roomy, plenty of footroom. Headroom here too. The headroom test, it is okay. Me with my hat on, yeah, decent, we like that. Same with the passenger here, plenty of footwell room here too. Right, moving on, I think that is everything. Oh, I will get out once this car comes past me. Brilliant, okay. Out and into the rear. It's raining, I want to get inside. So you're a rear passenger, open these steady door handles, get in. There's a few bits here, but whatever. Get in here. Again, headroom is an issue here. You can't really put your back straight and your head hits the wall, and I'm 6'1", as I've said in every single one of my videos. This is an issue, and again, the styling of this car and the lowness creates that issue. And there's going to be another issue that we're going to talk about very, very soon. Foot space here, meh. It's not brilliant, I'm going to be honest. The seat does go further back, and if you are an adult, you are going to struggle to fit in here, especially with the tight headroom. Ooh, what is that? Cool car. Oh, except the camera is shit, so it won't see it. Again, they've added a third seat here for some idiotic reason. With the headroom issue and the lack of space in the back, no one's going to fit here. But again, they've decided to put a nice little armrest here where you can put your coffee or whatever. So lovely. ISOFIX for your kids. Brilliant. Let's move on to the boot space. Get your body out of there, which is quite a task. Close the door. Open the boot. Boom. There is a boot for you. My gym bag in there as per, and what is that, a hose pipe? No, a charging cable, which I don't use. And then room under the back. Oh. No room under the back. You've got your... What is this? Emergency tyre puncture care kit. Cool. And then that, whatever that is. Okay, boot space is not brilliant, I'm going to be honest. But again, fold the back seats down, you'll have plenty there. And that was the other issue to this car being very low down. There's not a lot of room, and that can become an issue when you do sit down. Because the seats are decent-ish, but they're not the most comfy. And the materials, some of them can feel cheap and scratchy. Some of them is nice. Nothing moves about when you try to. But scratchy plastic here. It's all right, but then cheap feeling here. Door handles, mirrors. Cool. I would like a light there. Oh wait, there is a light. Oh, cool. Right. Let's set up this. Phone holder here. Glove box. Glove box here with your press car manual, which no one ever reads, but hashtag glove box. There is plenty of room down there for a drinks bottle or a block of weed. I need to put that back in actually. But driving impressions, I have somewhere to go, so I can talk about it on the way and more about this car and what I do and don't like about it. Quickly, while it's on my mind, I need to get out and show you the engine. So you come down here, you pull this lever here, and I believe it opens it. There you go, you hear a big click and it shows you on the small digital display there that it is open. Let's get out and do as quickly as it's raining, and I don't want to be in the rain. It's beeping. Now opening it again is a task for me because I'm incompetent and stupid. How do you do it? There we go. No, oh, hang on. Okay, use my big brain, I have done it. Here for you is the 2-litre 4-cylinder hybrid engine that drives the front wheels. And this has 220 horsepower for you and 188 newton meters of torque. Yes, I remember the spec sheet. Turns out just doing it was pulling this up, which for me is quite a big task because, well, as I said, I'm not the most smart person in the world. But yeah, all your engine bits here and screen wash, which is the only thing I recognise there. But on to driving impressions. I'll tell you what, the camera control button on this iPhone is such a bastard to get around when trying to mount it like this. Oh shit, I've done it first try. Come on. Is it shaky? I don't know if it is. Come on, Shan. Let's go. Okay, I have a 10-minute drive to do to pick up parsnips, milk, dark granulated brown sugar, and a protein shake that I like. So, let's get on. Brake down, power button. Stalk to the right and then down for drive, which makes no sense. You can sort of hear the car gearing up, which is kind of cool. And then off you go in eco mode, which is nice, it's sensible, it's pleasant. But the battery does drain quickly, which is annoying, but you know, it has a charge feature when you're not accelerating and you're braking, but not the regenerative braking feature of the Kia EV3, which I thoroughly enjoyed. A few more annoyances: it has the lane assist system and a couple of other safety features that are a bit incomprehensible. It jolts the steering wheel to the right and left, which makes it dangerous. It also has a speed limit warning, which is there for being sensible, but obviously none of us are. But There's a quick little shortcut button on the menu here where you can just mute it and that shuts it up, but there's no way to turn it off. And there's no way to turn off the driver forward attention warning, which again is inconsistent. So even when I am looking in front, it sometimes does shout and beep at me for being a bad boy. What? Okay, I've just come into a 30-mile-an-hour road and it's now saying that it's 70 miles an hour. Right, that is not in order. What else is not in order is the automatic beam, which on a nighttime drive that I was doing a couple of days ago, it didn't really work. So I had to use manual beam for most of the time. But it has automatic wipers and bits and bobs, and it doesn't have a rear windscreen wiper, which I haven't had an issue yet because it hasn't rained, but I don't know how annoying that can get. But overall, everything is laid out quite nicely. These physical climate controls are very easy to understand, and they're in an order which a person of any age would be able to operate. But some things that people won't get their head around and won't be able to operate properly is the buttons on the steering wheel. I mean, half of the steering wheel is just covered in stuff that makes no sense to me, and a lot of cars now have this sort of stuff, but please cancel it out. Please stop with this. One thing I do like about the Prius is that it's nippy, 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And now, because I have a bit of open road and no cars behind me, we can go to the drive mode setting, put it from eco to sport mode, slow down a tad bit, and from 10 miles an hour I'll put my foot down in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is now full power, and we are at 60 just like that. It is efficient. It does put its power down well, despite it being front wheel drive only. One annoyance though is it is extremely loud. The engine does not shut up when you put full power down, which can get annoying when you are joining the motorway or trying to overtake a cyclist or a runner of what? On any road, that's what I'm trying to say. But pop it back in sensible, environment friendly mode and carry on driving. Now, the price of this car is about £38,000. There is a version above this one, I believe, that costs £2,000 more, and it comes with heated seats and fancy bits and bobs that you don't really need. Yeah, this one, I can't find heating seats or a heated steering wheel, which is annoying on a car that does, you know, £38,000 is not cheap. This is the Mr. Sensible car. This is the car that all your favourite Uber drivers have. Why? I don't really know. It's expensive. The MPG isn't brilliant. 52, as I mentioned earlier. You know, just get a VW Passat and it would do twice that or something. But as far as I'm aware, it has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so obviously you'll plug that in instead of using Toyota's own navigation and software systems. So another nice little feature. The indicator noise too is a bit of an annoyance, if I'm not going to lie. It sounds cheap and croaky and as if they took it off a 1998, I don't know, Vauxhall Astra. Were they even around back then? I don't know, I'm too young. But pull up at the shop here and easily park, despite this car feeling to me pretty wide and not very usable on UK roads. But brake this knob thing to the right and up for reverse doesn't make sense. This rear reversing camera is very helpful. It has great visibility and you can see a lot out of it. Park there, seatbelt off, power, shopping, and I'll see you in a minute. For the people who don't know what it looks like, this is it. Great field of view, and when you're reversing and you can't see behind you because the pillars are quite thick, it shows it for you. Brilliant. But another thing is the fingerprints do show up a lot on the reversing camera, but I'll go get the shopping now. Shopping got. They didn't have any dark brown sugar, so I have to go somewhere else. But I'm not going to film that because I can't be arsed. Right, let's get going again by putting the knob driving thing into drive by putting it in reverse again. I'm still not going to get over that and wait for this woman in the Fiesta to do a 3-point turn, but it's taking her 8, 9 points of driving, and then going past 2 Russian looking blokes onto the road. That was a Porsche GT2 RS. Lovely little car. Another thing I enjoy about the car is the steering is light and responsive. So very easy to do 3-point turns or reverse or make quick maneuvers. One thing though is the braking, which it's not as efficient as I'd expect it to be, despite it being a smooth motion when you put your foot down. Now turning 4th exit out this roundabout using the indicators that sound so cheap on a nearly £40,000 car. A couple of more statistics that have popped to my head. The charging for this battery, it being a 13.6 kilowatt hour battery, it takes 11 hours on a 120 volt socket. Numbers. Also, is this car fit for a family, and what is its purpose? I'd say possibly, but there are some much better cars out there, much better used cars that you can buy for a quarter of the price of this, that are more practical, more economical, not as fast, but you're not buying it for that. And would I buy this car myself? No, I wouldn't. But the seats do come with lumbar supports. That's another nice feature you get for your £38,000. Also, I guess the safety features on this car are high-tech. They do work, except when they don't, like the lane assist. As a whole though, the driving experience is not as refined and relaxing as the Kia EV3, but it's nice. Camera shaking, I need to buy equipment, but I am financially fucked. I have a feeling that this is a car you buy to sort of blend in with the crowd. It's a good looking, practical, no, not really, not very economical either. The MPG could be a lot better, and I was expecting it to be from a brand new £38,000 Prius. And when I first read the 52 MPG figure, I was thinking, right, is that for the older generation, or have they just got that wrong? No, that's the actual figure. Prius is all about being green, and I understand that because it was one of the first hybrid cars to come out, I think. But in my mind, Prius means 80 miles to the gallon, not 28 less. Also, when you are using this car, 99% of the time you'll be using up the battery and then going on to fuel, so I guess that does add some economic value onto it. But I now need to turn right into our famous little lay-by and hopefully don't crash into the car coming the other way. And I have successfully done that. So overall, in a nutshell for this car, it's expensive, not very comfy, the safety features are annoying, but it's a bit economical, it's good looking, powerful, which we all like in cars. And that's about it. Next video will be a bit more exciting. Well, possibly. I need a piss.